We're going to bring you an informative story about a huge problem in teen health.
It's something that we all experience but may not know how to handle. Ellie, Molly, and Ian spoke to the Counseling Center to learn more about the effects of stress and how to deal with it.
Teen stress is on the rise across the nation. Teens report that anxiety and depression are two of the most common traits when facing stress. Mrs. Montorsi, head of guidance, discusses some of the reasons for stress.
1 in every 2 students is actually seeking some type of counseling support because of their stress that they're feeling at the college level. So to me, I'm not surprised that that stress has now trickled down into the high school level of it.
A lot of pressure is being put on students just worldwide nowadays, and it's kind of hard to keep up with for a lot of these kids.
I think it's mostly just pressure to get good grades and to always do good in school, which isn't always that easy to do.
Teachers acknowledge every day that teenagers are struggling with many responsibilities.
I find myself, and I know a lot of my teacher friends also say, it's all going to be okay. You don't have to worry so much. But I think students worry a tremendous amount.
At this point, you may be wondering if you are experiencing stress. Our school's counseling center tells us more about the symptoms of stress.
Often when people are stressed out, they have difficulty focusing, paying attention, retaining information, and then there's the physical components of it.
So you might have a student that's just kind of stressed because they have a test the next day. You might have other students that are just scared of really coming to school or stressed out and they can't even get into the door.
There's emotional stress, so people might experience elevated symptoms of anxiety or depression. There's different behavioral difficulties that people experience, so this might be conduct-based problems or risky type of behavior or impulsive behavior. There's also a lot of cognitive components to stress.
One of the most important aspects when facing stress is to always take care of yourself and to stay organized.
You will always have stress. It's just making sure to know how to deal with it and how to take care of yourself. That includes sleeping and eating healthy and making sure that you're taking care of your body as well.
FLHS provides many resources when experiencing stress. School officials want to make FLHS a stress-free environment for every student.
So we are always happy to talk to parents and students about what supports they need. One of the things that we started to do a couple years ago is to look at some methods to best support not only students but their families. One of those methods is called dialectical behavior therapy.
Dialectical behavioral therapy is a cognitive behavioral therapy that tries to identify and change negative thinking patterns and to encourage positive behavioral changes.
We have a lot of services here at Ludlow, which is really nice. We have the Counseling Center, which consists of 2 social workers and 2 psychologists. And then we also have our impact program here at school.
Stress will always be in our everyday lives. Fairfield Ludlow High School teaches students to cope and to defeat stress.
Thanks for an awesome package. The signs of stress may be hard to catch, but it's important to take care of your mental health.
I completely agree. Make sure to always take a deep breath and find ways to relax.
Speaking of ways to relax, spending time talking with good friends can help minimize stress.
Did you know that we had an Art of Conversation club? Janie and Rory were able to make a short segment that highlights the positive impact the club has on interactions.
The Art of Conversation Club was meant to be and has been a group of people who come into my space down in the art department where they put their phones down and they decide what subject to have a conversation about.
It's really just about having meaningful conversation and about learning how to have a conversation, especially in a generation that's so absorbed in digital communication and virtual communication. So I think that, it's something that is becoming a value, and I think it's just a really important club.
It's an opportunity to break away from the technology that tends to be quite glued to our hips and quite a part of our lives throughout the day, and converse with each other.
You're having a meaningful conversation. You're able to think in perspective and just think on a deeper level and even to open-ended topics. So I think that has really led to me being able to find meaning in the way I approach things.
Conversation is so important in every realm where we come and interact with people, and we do that every day on an all-day basis for the most part.
Simple as a conversation is just really opening a door to, you know, a way of thinking that's, you know, giving people a purpose to like an extent at which like is the most fulfilling in my opinion.
We hope that our stories today gave you tips and tricks to tackle stress in conversation.
Have a great stress-free weekend, Falcons. Tune in next week for more. I'm Juliet.
And I'm Bridget, and this has been
The Falcon Report.